Hey guys, it's Legacy Spike here. Today is the long-awaited voice acting video. Video, audio, whatever you want to call it, I'm getting it out there today. I know on Monday, during my first video, I said I was going to be doing some voice acting, and today is finally the day. So let's get into it. I got some quotes up here that I want to do some covering of. The original voice actor for this was Armin Shimmerman, who played Andrew Ryan in the 2007 BioShock video game, which is one of my favorite video games of all time. I'm pretty sure it is my favorite video game. Yeah. So let's get started here. This is his opening quote. I think it's one of the first times you hear his voice after you start the game. I think it is the first. No, it's the second voice you hear. The first voice is Jack talking to himself about his parents and the life he lived, and he's sitting on this plane and blah blah blah. So let's get into this. I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington. It belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican. It belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow. It belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose Rapture. A city where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, Rapture can become your city as well. So that's the first one. Let's move on to the second one. I'm sorry, I have a list of quotes here up on my computer. I don't know if I mentioned that one. So here's the second one. Even in a book of lies, sometimes you find truth. There is indeed a season for all things. And now that I see you flesh to flesh and blood to blood, I know I cannot raise my hand against you. But know this, you are my greatest disappointment. Does your master hear me? Atlas, you can kill me, but you will never have my city. My strength is not in steel and fire. That is what the parasites will never understand. A season for all things. A time to live and a time to die. A time to build and a time to destroy. That was the second one, guys. Let's get a shorter quote here. Here, this one is good. This one I like. You ooze in like an assassin. Let's try that one more time. I kind of tripped up on a word there. You ooze in like an assassin, and then you try to sneak out like a thief? You are no CIA spook. Who are you? Why have you come here? There's two ways to deal with a mystery. Uncover it, or eliminate it. There's that one. That one was a little shorter. Wow, this is a huge quote. Let's see if I can tackle all of that. What is the greatest lie ever created? What is the most vicious obscenity ever perpetrated on mankind? And I'm already messing up. Let's try one more time. What is the greatest lie ever created? What is the most vicious obscenity ever perpetrated on mankind? Slavery? The Holocaust? Dictatorship? No. It's the tool with which all that wickedness is built. Altruism. Whenever anyone wants others to do their work, they call upon their altruism. Never mind your own needs, they say. Think of the needs of whoever. The state, the poor, of the army, of the king, of God. The list goes on and on. How many catastrophes were launched with the words of "think of yourself"? It's the king and country crowd who light the torch of destruction. It is the great inversion, this ancient lie, which has chained humanity to an endless cycle of guilt and failure. My journey to rapture was my second exodus. In 1919, I fled a country that had traded in despotism for insanity. The Marxist revolution simply traded one lie for another. Instead of one man, the Tsar, owning the work of all the people owned the work of all the people. So, I came to America, where a man could own his own work, where a man could benefit from the brilliance of his own mind, the strength of his own muscles, the might of his own will. I had thought I had left the parasites of Moscow behind me. I had thought I had left the Marxist altruists to their collective farms and their 5-year plans. But as the German fools threw themselves on Hitler's sword for the good of the Reich, the Americans drank deeper and deeper of the Bolshevik poison, spoon-fed to them by Roosevelt and his New Dealists. And so I asked myself, in what country was there a place for men like me? Men who refused to say yes to the parasites and the doubters. Men who believed that work was sacred and property rights inviolate. And then one day, the happy answer came to me. My friends, there was no country for people like me, and that was the moment I decided to build one. So that was a pretty long one. I think I stumbled over some words, but it wasn't that bad, so I just kept going with it. I think I'm going to leave this video here. I'll probably put a picture of Andrew Ryan, just so if you don't know who he is, you'll know what he looks like, and maybe you can get an idea of how my voice goes with him. That sounds pretty good. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and share this video with your friends. For all things laggy, I'm Legacy Spike, lagging out.